Hi, boys and girls. It's me again, the Sparkle Girl, aka Kim Sparkle. So, anyway, I just like to make my own review on one of my recent favorite TV show at the moment, and it's called The Owl House. Some of you probably don't know what it is, and it's okay. Not many people are familiar with it. It was a TV show that used to be on Disney Channel since from 2020 until I believe it ended in last year. So yeah, can I just admit that I may be still be a huge fan of Miraculous Ladybug and Mellow Pony, but and and don't forget Sophia First, of course, Kate and Sparkle. But the Owl House seems to be interesting, and and I got to say that the show itself is absolutely brilliant. All the episodes are really quite good to watch, and it's quite really entertaining. And I mean, I just thought it's a good idea to watch something else besides watching Miraculous Ladybug or Malapuni or Sophia the First all the time because it just, yeah, well, can't blame me for that one, now can you? But yeah, and also that for some reason, I kind of like the character Amity Blight. I know not many people can be a fan of it. I can understand that because I believe there are some few reasons that can be quite understandable. As in, because don't get me wrong, I know and aware that Emily can be a bit meany at first when she got introduced at the which at the first time when the show came out at the time back in 2020, and even no, I never really watched the Owl House until like maybe last year. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, but still, I had to admit, I know she can be mean, and I can't possibly blame her. But the only reason Outie Bright was like that is because she's insecure of Luce at first because she thought that Luce would be the better at anything than she does. But I don't think there's any problem with that at all. I mean, just because there's someone else who's good at something that you can't do, there's honestly no need to feel insecure about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get how that feels sometimes, but I don't usually let that get to me or anything like that. I'll just ignore that feeling, move on, and focus on my own hobbies and just simply, you know, my own business. So yeah, because let's just say, I had to admit, I kind of prefer the redeem version of Amity, to be honest, when she becomes nicer and that. Sometimes during season two, yeah. And don't get me wrong, I do like Lise. She is my favorite character as well, and I also like Willow. Yeah, but Amity Blight is my favorite, to be honest. I just don't know why I like Amity that much. I mean, hmm. Well, I don't know, but Amity is just one of those best characters to like, and I believe that Amity Blight is a lesbian character off the show. And I was like, oh, okay, good idea. I mean, I had no idea at first until I find out sometime like months later from last year, and I was like surprised to hear my favorite character is actually a lesbian. So that means it makes her gay. So yeah, I wouldn't mind one of my favorites to be lesbians too, to be honest. As in my favorite characters to be a lesbian themselves. Yeah, I mean, like Zoe from Miraculous Ladybug, for example. She's a lesbian herself. Yeah, okay, but still, I still like Harmony no matter what. I mean, I do support lesbians anyway, of course. So don't get me wrong. Even though I'm not gay or anything like that in real life, not whatsoever. Because I'm absolutely straight to be honest with you, boys and girls. So that just so yeah. So like I already said, I'm not really interested in relationships. So, but I'm not here to talk about me anyway. I'm talking about my favorite show at the moment, my favorite character as well. And I also like to talk about my favorite episodes. Of, I mean, I personally like the episodes that has Amity in it. To be honest, eh, I know some of you may think you're too obsessed with this Amity Blight character, Caitlin Sparkle, and I couldn't even blame you guys one bit for saying that or think that or whatever. So yeah, still, I not myself, and yet I kind of like Amity's purple hair the most. I mean, I do like her when she used to have green hair when she first got introduced at the time, and I don't mind her green hair anyway. But I just stick with her purple hair because she's beautiful anyway. I mean, it doesn't matter what she looks like. I mean, she's still beautiful in her own way, no matter what she looks like. But like I said, purple hair just makes her more cuter. Yeah, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. So what do you guys expect? It's just my opinion. So yeah, and um, and for some reason, you guys are not gonna believe this if I gotta tell you this, because you guys are going to be surprised once I mention this. Did you know that the voice actress who did Amity Blight is also the voice of Tinkerbell in the Tinkerbell movies? Yep, yeah, that right. It's the same actress who did Tinkerbell. And I was like, what? I had no idea. No, seriously, I did not at first. Because I remember at the time from last year, I was like searching up about the house because I was self interested in the show, and I was looking at the people behind the voices, and then until I saw Mae Whitman, and I was like, oh my god, I know that actress. She's the same woman who did Tinkerbell. And I was like, okay, oh come on, oh jeez, man. I mean, okay, pinch me already. Bring out. Okay, don't worry. I'm not really pinching myself, just let you guys know, because I would never hit myself. Okay. And okay. Okay. So personally, I just like the cute relationship between Liz and Abby. They're just so adorable together. Especially when they smiling and all that. Yeah. And um and the show itself is actually quite magical somehow. And if you really want me to tell you what the show is really about, it's about a main character named Luce, and she's actually from the in the real life world, and she ended up in the witchy world, like all different witches and all different like strange creatures. Like it's like you're in a Wonderland, but witches land. Well, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm trying to say here. And then that's where Luce meet this witch character named Ida. That's it, and a little cat character with a little skull on his head. But don't worry, he's still alive. Yeah, and he does got eyes. Don't worry, and his name is King. Yeah. If you really want me to show you the characters, I can always and be free to do so. Let me see if I can stitch them up, and you can see what they look like. The characters. And don't worry, it's not scary, so don't be scared. So be aware. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. Here we go. So you can see it. So that's Luz here. And that's King, the one I told you about, that looks like a cat, but got a skull over his head. I don't know why, but that's what he looks like. So here's Amity, with pepper hair, of course. And that's the collector. I don't know much about him, but he's just sort of a character that involves about dreams and nightmares that he can create with his own magic. Okay, now that was good. And there's that's Ida, and I believe that's Ida's sister. Yeah, sorry if I can't get her name right, but yeah. And I believe there's a villain in it, and that is Emperor Bellows. He's the villain of the show. Well, I have to say, I think he's the main character to be the villain. I mean, the main villain of the show. So there's V, and there's Bosja. Yeah, Bosja, that's it. I'm not really good at pronouncing names sometimes. But all I can say that Bosja and Abby used to be friends, but they're not friends anymore, sadly. Well, which is actually a good thing, because Abby did redeem it in the later seasons and then become Luz's girlfriend in season 2. And then she kind of abandons Bosja for obvious reasons. So yeah, and there's Gus. Yeah, well, that's just Gus from the future. So yeah, I can show you what Gus really looks like in the early seasons, and that's actually Amity's mom, Ardelia. That's it. She's not really a good mom to Amity and Amity's 2 siblings, her brother and her sister. So yeah, and that's Rainy Whispers. I don't know much about this character, to be honest, but I will learn it until at some point. And there's more characters, and there's Willow. Yep, some of you might like her. She's actually quite awesome. She actually nearly reminds me of my best friend Sophie. Yeah, as a compliment, of course. Yeah, because I know Sophie, because she thinks I always have to make lots of good compliments about her. Oh yeah, skip that. Okay, so that's actually Luz's mom named Camilla. Yeah, she doesn't appear that really much in the show. She only appears briefly in some seasons until she became one of the main characters in the late episodes in season 3, I believed. And here are Amity's 2 older siblings. That's her sister Emra, and that's her brother Edric. And if I got that correctly, I think Emra and Edric are actually twins. Yeah. They may not look like the twins, but they actually are twins, because sometimes not all twins have to look the same, I mean, what I'm trying to say here, that sometimes twins can look identical in some ways, but sometimes there are some ways that some twins don't have to look like each other, but they can still have same nose, same eyes, or whatever, if you get the picture. Yeah, and that's Amity's dad. Alador. Yeah, that's it. I don't know why there's no picture here, but that's the character called Professor Abominable. Okay, I can't get that word right. Sorry. Oh yeah, Tanella Nusa. Yeah. I believe she's a book author in one of the episodes, because I remember the episode when Liz and Amity had to find out the truth about why the books has one picture of a female character on the book cover to have. I mean, some of the books got the character to have witch ears, but the other books got the human ears. I can't understand what's going on on this episode, you might as well have to watch the episode before you can jump to conclusions and ask me any questions about it, because I don't, because I'm confused myself here. So yeah, and that's Tarek. I believe that's I'm not so sure. I think that's King's dad. I don't know. Maybe, but I believe the voice of Tyrek is saying he actually the same actor who did Gantu for Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, you heard that right, Sophie. It's Gantu's actor. Oh my goodness! Like, how many familiar actors have we got to recognize the voices? Okay, don't get too paranoid. And there's Principal Bump. Okay, what kind of name is that? Okay, sorry. And there's Snackleback, and there's Warden Raff. Oh, he's weird, and what I mean is that he's so obsessed with Ada. Okay, he's kind of a creep. I mean, I don't want to trust him one bit because I was watching the episode from yesterday where he was asking Ada to be his date, and I was like, okay, I had no idea what's going on, but I really don't want to, like cover my face and skip that. Okay, sorry. And it's Tara Snapdragon, Deborah Wilson. I don't know who she is, but I might as well search at some point. Oh yeah, Hunter. I know not many people seem to be a fan of Hunter, and I can't possibly blame anyone who doesn't like him much. And I can't understand that though. And yes, well, to be fair, he is nice, but there are moments where he can be, like mischievous and cheeky and little brat. Yep. Well, that's what he is in the show. Because, even though he did redeemed later in the series, of course. Yeah. And I believe Hunter and Willow are now boyfriend and girlfriend. Aw, which is cute. Yeah. Well, tell me about it. And actually, I might as well tell you the episodes that I really, really like. So, I got some episodes that I have on my files already, the ones that I personally like to watch. So, I might as well show you anyway. Oh boy. Here it goes. So these are the episodes that I personally like. And I can tell you my reasons why I like them. Okay, so. And I kind of forgot to put season 1, episode 1 on the file. So never mind, I can always have it at some point. But there's an episode 3 when Lise first met Willow before she met Gus and then Amity. But for some reason, sorry, let's just say Amity was a bit rude. Well, that's just where she was in the early seasons. So yeah. Oh yeah, hang on. So that's Gus in the early seasons. So yeah. Oh yeah, about the school bell. Oh, okay. Don't get Oh, jeez. Here goes. Here goes nothing. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but when that very moment on the episode, I was like, unexpected. Like, geez, that gives me the fright. So yeah. And there's another episode I also like. Convention. I kind of like the episode. So yeah, I just like the duel fight between Amity and Lise about who is the best witch ever. But well, I just rather skip that. I don't want to spoil it in case some of you who haven't seen the episode yet. Okay. And I also had to say that in this episode, I believe that's the first episode when Amity is starting to have feelings for Lise. Some of you may going to say that Amity didn't grow any feelings for Lise until the episode Enchanting Grand Fright. But in my point of view, at the end of the episode, Lost in Language, Amity did have feelings for Lise the moment after Lise saved her from that thingy creature that just came out. You just, I don't know how you put it. Like you can imagine some imaginary friends, and they become into a monstrous creature come out to life from a book or something. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, but that's the whole point. So that's why I'm saying that Amity didn't grow feelings until at the very end of season 1, episode 6, Lost in Language. So yeah. And I also like this other episode. Hang on, I'll get to the. Oh yeah, I like this episode. It's just so awesome. That's when Amity and Lise become friends, like starting to like each other. Yeah, which is a good thing, really. And there's another episode, Understanding Willow. Okay, and there's Winged Like Witches. Okay, hang on, try to get to the bit that I want to show you. Yeah. So let's just say that in this episode, it shows the fight scene between Ida and her sister, and there's another fight scene in the witches' school with Lise, Willow, Gus, and there's other meanies like Barsha. Yeah. Can I just say, Barsha is worst. I mean, she's a kind of almost reminded me of Chloe Bourgeois from Miraculous Ladybug. But I think Barsha is way better than Chloe in my personal opinion. Sorry, Chloe Bourgeois, but Barsha is way better than you. I know she's not real, but it doesn't mean that matter. I'm just saying. Yeah. I also like this episode when Amity started to develop feelings for Lise. Yeah. I think that's the first episode when Lise started to develop feelings for Amity as well. Until it shows this peculiar episode. Oh no, this is no good. Oh yeah, there it is. That's the one. So let's just say I just kind of this episode actually. I had to admit I kind of like this very scene, the romantic or not so romantic boat scene, because that guy, his name is Hootie, because he's an owl. Like, hoo. Yeah, whatever. And I also like the episode Eclipse Lake. Yeah. And I also like this episode Oh, this one, Reaching Out. I like this episode. Cool. Hang on. I like this episode, to be honest. But at the end, it's so cute. So, yeah. So, these are the episodes I like. And don't forget these ones, too. But for some reason, in this episode, don't get me wrong, but I do like the episode, like, personally. But somewhere near to the end, I didn't like one bit. And I'd rather not say why until some of you will watch the episode. So yeah, some of you may not know what I'm talking about, then that's fine. But once you watch somewhere near to the episode, you'll find out very soon about why I didn't like somewhere at the end of the episode. It was quite scary and sad at the same time. So I just didn't want to talk about it because even though I already told my friends like Wizard David Bourne and Joshi on Instagram about what's happened, and they said they quite understand me not to feel positive at that very moment when I told them what's happened because I was just, But like I said, too much information. But don't worry, there's no blood or anything like that. It's just something that I didn't see coming. So, but thank you, Wizard Dude and Joshi, for supporting me and to cheer me up. So yeah, I'm glad to have my friends like you too. So yeah, so yeah, so that's what I want to say. And so yeah, so well, okay, hang on. Hold on. Here we go. So if you can see what I'm doing here now, so the program creator of the show is actually Donna Terrace. So yeah, I don't know who she is, but I believe she's an artist and an animator. Yeah, I had to admit I kind of like her animation. I mean, you just tell by the detail of the characters looks like in the show, and I just got to admit this, but I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't say it's better than Miraculous, no, but all I can say, I still like Miraculous and I do like Our House, but I think I like them both equally at the same time. I mean, they're just so awesome. So yeah. And you probably already see the thing that's said about the show being fantasy, horror comedy, and portal fantasy. Okay. So I like to show you something else. Just hang on for a second. Okay. It comes in a minute. In a second. Okay, good. So I wanted to tell you guys this now that there's another show that I also seem to be interested in. Not at the same as I like The Owl House, but I also like Star Visit the Forces of Evil. Yeah. I have seen the first episode, but I haven't seen all the episodes quite yet. But I believe it's the best show of Disney Channel. So yeah. Okay. So that's just my fair point. So yeah. Okay, so I had to just to say that you wouldn't even blame me if I'm gonna mention that I'm not usually a biggest fan of horror sort of type of films or shows or anything like that. But the house is fine. It's not even that scary, except the one I kind of mentioned from early on. Too scary. Sorry. maybe I just need to, keep it cool. Sorry about that, guys. Really, I am. Okay, I might as well. So, anyway, I just hope you guys have a nice time. and if you wanted to watch the Owl House, then that's fine by you, because it's available to watch on Disney Plus. And if you don't really have Disney Plus, then that's okay. But I do know the website where I do usually watch the cartoons from, and I will show you the website to let you know what I mean. If you just bear with me. Just hang on. Here we go. Here it is. So here's all the episodes where you can watch it. If you don't have Disney Plus, then that's fine by you. And there's the link if you want to find the website. Then be free to do so if you really want to watch the episodes. So yeah. So I had to be honest and to admit by sharing my personal opinion. I think the Owl House is the best show to watch. So yeah, and to those of you who haven't seen it, I recommend you to give her a watch before choosing your decision whether you like it or not. So anyway, take your time. It's best to watch the very first episodes before making choices about whether you like the show or whatever. So it's fine by you if you either do want to like to watch it or not. So yeah, just take your time. I mean, because I'm just like you guys. Because when I first watched it, I wasn't sure at first until I started to like it. So, I mean, we all had different choices and different opinions. So, yeah. Okay, so I might as well leave you guys to it and have a nice witchy day. I'm just joking. Okay. But don't get me wrong. I mean, not long until October. Yep. And don't forget, there will be Halloween very soon. Okay, don't get too spooky, guys. I mean, don't get spooked by the boo. Like, rah. I think I need to work on that. Okay. All right, then. I'll catch you guys later. Thriller. Okay, bye-bye. See ya. Oh, there's only Blood already.